Now to an NBC News exclusive. A big boost is coming in the fight against the coronavirus. Officials with the Biden administration tell us that the president will direct $100 million from his COVID relief plan to support the Medical Reserve Corps. That's a group of volunteer medical professionals, and it could be the key to speeding up the vaccine rollout. NBC News correspondent Heidi Presbella joins us now from Fairfax, Virginia. Heidi, good morning. Now, we've had supply issues, but we've also had manpower issues in this rollout. This will be the biggest investment ever in the Medical Reserve Corps. Tell us about the president's plans and how this group could really make a difference in getting these shots out.
Savannah, we've seen these mass vaccination sites, the tents, the convention centers, but we haven't always seen the people inside doing the work. This, I'm told, is an unprecedented investment by the U.S. government in the Medical Reserve Corps. That is the nation's volunteer army of nurses, doctors, medical staff who really respond to public health emergencies. They've been around since 9/11. Now Biden is trying to make this more of a permanent infrastructure in our public health system, Savannah. I'm here in Fairfax County, which has one of the most well-run sites that really relies on these volunteer doctors, nurses, and medical staff to get shots in arms. And what I'm told by state officials here is that this cash infusion is something that they've never had before. Of course, this is a very well-run site, lots of volunteers here, but there are also lots of volunteers in more rural parts of the state and more underserved parts of the state. And what he tells me is that this money will help expand this program so that when those doses come in, they can actually get shots in arms.
So, Heidi, let's talk a little bit more about the fact that these are volunteers and what you're hearing from these volunteers. I know, as you just mentioned, that the site that you're at is partially run by this group. How are they reacting to news of this investment, and what's it like for them to be there volunteering their time in this effort?
Yeah, it's really amazing and kind of touching, Savannah. I talked with a nurse just now who is here who told me that this has been life-changing for her. She had been in administration. She was a pediatric nurse, and now she may actually want to go back into dealing directly with patients based on her experience here over the past few months. She told me stories of elderly people coming in to get their vaccinations and their responses that they cry. Their younger relatives who brought them in cry, that it is very emotional experience, and that she wants to continue to do this type of work.
Oh, that is just incredible to hear. Our thanks to these heroes that are there volunteering, who also are probably going to be busy because we're learning that President Biden will be announcing a new goal to pick up the pace of vaccinations after exceeding his initial goal of 100 million shots in his first 100 days. Now, the only real hint here we have is that it will be ambitious. How many more shots could we be talking about here?
Well, look, we're already at about 128 million doses, according to the CDC. We're going at a pace of about 2.5 million doses nationally every day. So I'm no mathematician, but that brings us to about an additional 87 million doses by the president's first 100 days. So you're not necessarily doubling that $100 million target, but you're getting pretty darn close if we keep that pace up, Savannah.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.